All right, so I'm going to show you how to build the two different airplanes we're working on. So this first airplane is what's called the narrow-wing flyer, and I'm going to move the directions off to the side so I can follow them while I'm showing you how to build. The first thing it tells you to do is to fold the paper in half hot dog wise. So you want to line your corners up as close as you can get them and keep that fold. Try to keep this as straight as you can. I've already got it off a little bit there. I'm going to try and right that. And you want to keep things as balanced as straight as you can so the airplane is balanced on both sides. Then you open it up, and the picture shows this arrow mark here means to fold the corners into the center part. So I start on the one side, and I'm going to take that corner over until I can get the edge nice and tight along that fold. And see how I'm lining it up to my fold, and then I make a nice tight strip. Turn around, I do the same thing on the other side. And I get it nice and tight at the top. And try to get it so the sides match up in the middle like that, best you can. The next picture shows that you're going to be folding these sides in. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold the side in the same way I did this top part, right to that fold. See, I line it up, and then I crease along the side. Whoops, missed a type there. All right, turn it around, do it on the other side. Roll it in. It's a little more difficult doing this, talking and running a video thing at the same time. Okay, now the picture wants you to next get rid of that sharp little tip thing. It's going to have you bend the top down about 2 centimeters. 2 centimeters is about the width of your pinky. So for me, 2 centimeters would be right about here. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's something you could measure if you'd like, or just again, I estimated using my pinky. All right, so I've got the top bent down. And then the picture says, flip the airplane over and roll the edges in like you did before. So I'm going to curl this edge in here and line it up with that fold and straighten it. And I'm going to do the other side. Roll the edge in, line it up. There we go. And mine matches that part of the picture there. Now it says fold it in half. So I'm going to fold it in half. And when you do this, I notice it's easier if I tuck that top part in as I do it to get that to stay in nicely. Okay, so that's this part of the bending. Get that in there. Okay, so when I go to open it, I'm going to hold it by this part here. See where you've got the fold in the center? That's the part I'm going to hold it by. Now, you can put flaps in. It has flaps in the back of the picture that you can put in. I'm not doing the flaps. If you don't do the flaps perfectly, evenly, the same length on both sides, it affects how your plane flies. Also, where you adjust it will affect how your plane flies too. That's something you can play with later, but initially I'm not going to put the flats on. It tells you to put a staple here and to put a piece of tape on it. So I'm going to put my plane down for a second so I can get my piece of tape. And the piece of tape has to touch the two, oh, I'm not very even here, am I? It's going to have to touch the two pieces, not even at all. It's going to have to touch the back part here and the two pieces of the wing there, so all that stays together. Otherwise, the air is going to go up underneath that, and it's going to affect how your plane flies. It's not very lined up, but it'll still work. When I put my staple in, and you can do the staple first if it's easier for you. When I put my staple in, I'm going to have to go up to the fold, get as close to the fold as I can, and see how it's right there underneath that fold? And that's going to hold it together too. Otherwise, the air gets in, the airplane comes apart, and it doesn't fly very well. So this is my narrow wing flyer, ready to go.